are here to talk about running for Greyhounds, and specifically an event that you have coming up in March of 2023. The first thing I want to do is to ask you guys, what is running for Greyhounds?
Well, back in 2013, we went to Canada and I had stopped playing hockey again. And when we came back, I was sitting on the couch that Terry's sitting on with our first Greyhound Grinch and trying to think of the other things to do. And I was watching hockey with him and started asking questions to friends of ours who do running events, what's a 5K? And they said 3 miles. And what's a 10K? 6 miles. And Terry didn't tell me to think about it. She just told me, go ahead, do it. So we came up with Running for Greyhounds and a way to raise money for Greyhound rescues and awareness for Greyhound adoption and the breed in general.
He basically came to me when I got home and said, oh, I think that we should join a gym, eat healthier, and start doing running events to raise money for Greyhound rescues. And I was like, I liked the first 2 items and said, okay, fine, why not?
Great.
And hence Running for Greyhounds was born.
So it's okay. So Running for Greyhounds was born in 2013. It is now 2023. How many events has Running for Greyhound done for Greyhound?
Oh, in the beginning, it was a lot. I think it was our second or third year. Terry remembers better than I do. And it just seemed like every weekend we were somewhere different. We'd come home, go to work, watch the stuff, get the shirts and stuff ready for the next weekend and go. And there were a couple of times where I wasn't remembering where we were going or what event I was doing. I started out doing 5Ks, 10Ks, and we met the actor Sean Astin, and he said, why don't you do half marathons? I said, because they're long. So we're in Orlando when we meet him. He made me a deal. He said, if you sign up for the first half marathon that you find, I'll put all your social media info on my social media info. And
wow.
I said, okay. And that night we're having dinner in downtown Disney and my phone's having a seizure. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with it? And I look and it's people liking and retweeting his posts.
Wow.
I don't remember how many half marathons I've done, but they're all his fault.
And how does your running in these events raise money? Where does that factor in?
It started out people donating to us directly.
So when you're running in an event, you'll say, I'm running an X marathon in the name of X Greyhound Rescue. Please make donations to them, and people will send the money direct to that organization. Is that right?
That's the easiest way, yes.
So you mentioned Italy. That's the big one coming up in March. Yeah. Terry, I'm going to throw this to you. What is happening in Italy?
What is happening in Italy is George had agreed a couple years ago, actually, I think it was back in 2019, that we would go to a running event in Italy for Pet Levrieri, the rescue that Arnola's sister Soleil went to. And they were one of 3 sisters who were from the same litter in Australia that went to Macau in China. And we agreed to do the run. And we said we'd do it in 2 years. And then, of course, COVID happened.
Yep. So Pet Levrieri, I know that they played a pretty significant role in the rescue of greyhounds saved from Macau. For those who aren't aware, there was a racetrack no longer in business in Macau. I won't go into details, but it was basically a nightmare for any dogs trapped there. And the track shut down. And there were, correct me if I'm wrong, 600 dogs. Was it 600?
Yes.
600
nearly, yes.
That needed homes, and Pet Levrieri, if I'm saying that right, I hope, and several other organizations went to work, every dog found a place to go. It was a massive rescue effort. And I know your Nola came from Macau, and as you
Yes.
said, Nola's sister is in Italy. She came from Macau. Now, how did you find Nola's sister?
Oh, wow.
Uh,
That was a Sunday morning.
well,
Um,
actually, it was through the original group, the Save the Macau Greyhounds Facebook group, and it was actually Albano from Pet Levrieri that actually contacted me when I asked. I said, I can see that I think she went through Italy. Does anyone know where she ended up? And he actually, got in touch with Soleil's owner, and she contacted us then on Facebook, and we've become friends since. And she's the one that asked us if we would come to a running event there for their rescue, and we were like, sure.
So, so you are going to be running in, I believe it's Rimini. Am I saying that right?
yep, one of
Rimini, yeah.
Italy's oldest cities. But
And
it's
where
what's that?
where in Italy is it? Is it like north, south, central?
It is on the Adriatic Sea. I don't want to say north, but
Northeastern coast.
yeah, south of Venice.
Okay. And is there anything that makes this marathon stand out aside from it being in Italy, like terrain or sites or anything?
Well, it starts at and finishes at the Ark of Augustus,
Wow. Okay.
which goes back to Roman times. The Romans had a big presence in Rimini. It goes through the city and then down the coast of the Adriatic Sea and back up and ends at the Ark of Augustus again.
So, so the Rimini Run, you are doing that for two charities. You said
Yep.
Pet Levrieri, and also one near and dear to my heart, of course, the Flying
The
Dog.
Flying Dog Foundation.
So we are so grateful to both of you for choosing us. It means so much to us. I've been following you guys for a long time, and wow, it's just so exciting to have the Flying Dog Foundation as part of it. Truly an honor. So thank you so much for picking us. Very generous of you. What do you have planned between now and March?
I am doing an event. I'm going to run the 5K in Daytona Beach, Florida, the first weekend that we're in Daytona. I believe that's the 11th, whatever that Sunday is.
Okay.
The 12th.
Oh, okay. I just show up and run.
Tell me
Yeah.
about sponsors. How do you get sponsors, and what do the sponsors get out of it?
We put the sponsor's name or logo on the shirts that we wear when we travel. They're on the event shirts we wear while we're doing the event. We try to, share their posts on social media, mention them on social media. If they want to do social media with us, I love doing that. They're helping us, so what can we do for them?
Yep.
If they want us to show up with our Greyhounds and do a meet and greet or whatever.
So if someone is interested in being a sponsor of any of your upcoming running events, how do they get in touch with you?
The easiest way is through Facebook. We have a Run for Grey's cell phone that the number is escaping me at the moment, but that's on our Instagram page and our Facebook page.
So anything I haven't asked you that you'd want to add?
Well, I really want people to know that this is a very personal event for us that we're doing. When Grinch died, the day that he died, I thought, I don't want to do this anymore. And like a couple hours later, I'm like, I can't stop doing this. I started it because of him. I got to keep doing it because of him.
Well, it's definitely a beautiful way for the both of you to honor him and his memory. I want to make something clear to the folks watching this, that any donations that they give go to the Greyhound charities. the both of you foot your own travel expenses.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, so
We
I
planned it
want people to be
ourselves.
clear about that. Like, you are donating not just your time, but like you're investing in these events, which is huge. So really, thank you so much. I think you're both incredible and very special people, and what you're doing for dogs all over the world is huge, and you're really making a difference, and I applaud you. So thank you for everything.
We're kind of lucky that places like Flying Dog Foundation are around.
Terri and George, again, thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for choosing to split the Italian running event donations with the Flying Dog Foundation. It's huge. It will make a difference for both groups and any of the groups that you're raising money for. And as you said, we will provide links to where folks can follow you on social media, where they can donate. The donations are going to come into the Flying Dog Foundation, but we will be splitting it 50-50 with Pet Levrieri. Okay, folks, thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.